Giftgate, Glasses-gate, whatever gate, adjective, whatever you want to put in front of it. Quite frankly, it's a mountain out of a molehill. I've said this repeatedly, I don't know how many times in these videos. Politicians receive gifts. This has been going on for a long time. Yet for some reason, a lot of people just seem to have discovered this as if it is just something brand new they seemingly never knew anything about. But I also want to highlight how different it is compared to the Tory scandals we have been going through for the past couple of years. Because I'll tell you what, we all seem to have suddenly had a collective amnesia for at least the past 5 or 6 years or so, all of a sudden, since Labour came to power in this new government. Let's go over what happened in this particular Glasses-gate scandal. Keir Starmer received a gift, reported it, put it in his members' register of interest. When, I received this other one, I don't know what I need to do about this. I'm going to go to the proper parliamentary authorities and seek their advice to tell me what I have to do. And guess what? That's what he did. Every single thing that Starmer has done during this has been to the letter of parliamentary law and procedure. Meanwhile, of course, you take a look at any of the Tory scandals that occurred in a very similar, well, not even dissimilar way, because they weren't the same. We found out about this, that they had been hiding this for a year, a couple of months, 6 months, and then they were forced to disclose it afterwards. And meanwhile, of course, while Giftgate has been plastered all over the front of the press, mostly the right-wing press, another, I think, far more serious scandal has gone completely unreported, partly because, of course, the right-wing want to, fund this, keep the story going as much as they possibly can. Meanwhile, of course, Robert Jerrick, the guy who is the front leader of possibly to win the Tory contest, has received a massive donation from an undisclosed source. How many people have talked about that this week and instead talked about Glasses-gate? Oh, I don't know. Thousands of them. How many people have talked about Carly Denyer? The fact that she is now the 6th highest receiver of said gifts. Not one peep or word. So, before we do go into this, please do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page, the one-off donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can buy me a coffee, the YouTube thank you button, and of course, the Pony Club down below as well. So let's crack on then into this. So, this comes from the Tortoise, because I think they were the original ones to break this originally. So, Robert Jerrick's top donor received loan from now untraceable BVI firm. So the Conservative leadership contender, Robert Jerrick, has accepted £75,000 in donations from an indebted company, which received an undisclosed sum from an untraceable BVI-listed entity. The Sports Finance, who has no employees, has never made a profit, and his most recent account show that it owes £332,000, is now raising questions about the ultimate source of the funds. You tell me which should be the bigger story. Keir Starmer receiving gifts and following proper parliamentary procedure, or Robert Jerrick receiving £75,000 from an indebted company from an undisclosed lump sum from an untraceable entity. You tell me which should be the biggest story really this week. I know which one it really should be. It should be this one here, this one. It should be asking Robert Jerrick, where did this money come from? Are you going to give this money back? Why did you receive this money? Who did this money come from? They should be asking all of these questions. But instead, we care more about now that Starmer received clothes. And bear in mind, it's really case closed because he's already said he's now going to no longer take those types of donations. You know, case closed. Really on quote Glassersgate. But no, of course, we've had the right-wing commentariat, in particular right-wing pundits in particular, like Andrew Neil, who have said he's never ever before seen a government fall apart so fast. Well, there's someone with definite collective amnesia, because has he seemed to have forgotten, I don't know, Liz Truss and how quickly her government fell to pieces? The reality is, as we've said many, many times at the moment, Starmer has a massive majority. They ain't rebelling. They ain't showing any signs of cracking or anything like that. There is no election on the horizon for at least until 2029. The reality is Starmer is just safe as houses. This is not going to bring him down in any way, shape, or form. This is the right-wing press, and ashamedly, a lot of people on the left making this a big deal. Now, if you want to make this a big deal, I don't like MPs receiving gifts. I think this should be done away with. Put a law in. Do something like that. You know, there is stuff, we could do and put pressure on, but I don't see that. But instead, these people who have been, keeping the butter churn going have only been doing it because they don't like Starmer. And I said before in my Pony Club video about this, there are going to be people out there that if Starmer were to even sneeze, they would be accusing him of starting some sort of flu pandemic in a school because he dared to sneeze within a 40-mile radius. Now, honestly, compare these two scandals. Someone received a gift and followed all parliamentary rules and procedures versus someone else who was taken over a large amount of donations from an untraceable BVI listed entity. And from a corporation which is in debt. Which one should be ringing the real alarm bells here? And it just so happens that, these scandals broke almost at exactly the same time. I wonder which one the right-wing press doesn't want people to talk about. So, as always, let me know what you think down below. And of course, as always, click the like, share, and of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. And of course, we'll see you all next time.